Okay, good day. This documentary is about relatives working abroad. Here's Mr. Esguerra. He has two uncles from his mother's side working abroad. Let me ask you some questions. Number one, how often do you talk with each other?
We rarely talk with each other because of lack of time and closeness. We definitely want to talk to each other to exchange life experiences.
Okay, how often does your relative go home in the Philippines?
They go to Philippines every year for a week or two, mostly from December months, since it is the time to celebrate for Christmas.
Okay, so when was the last time you saw each other?
The last time we saw each other was every December, since it is the celebration of holiday, which is Christmas. We usually celebrate Christmas together since our relatives abroad come home to enjoy the holidays with us. We value the celebration of Christmas since it is a family tradition and we do it every year.
So do you worry about your loved one's status abroad?
We worry on the status of our loved ones abroad because they might be abused by their company head, especially because we don't actually talk to each other a lot. They don't have a lot of free time to tell us all the stuff that's been happening. We also worry if they had an occupational accident. Fortunately, they haven't had any accidents. We keep praying for their safety and thanks to God, they have been safe. Also, we worry on the problem on activity overload. They might overwork themselves and might get sick.
So for the final question for our interview, do you wish for your loved ones to come back home really soon?
Everyone always wish their loved ones come back home soon. It is the human nature to have a physical companion rather than a companion that is imaginary, which means that it only exists in mind. A companion, especially a loved one or a relative, is really important, especially in the Filipino culture. We grew up with relatives and we are close to each other. We value the relationship of our family. That's why we hope that they will come home soon.
Okay, thank you for the interview, Mr. Neo. We hope you and your OFW relatives meet and reunite soon. Good afternoon to everyone, our listeners and viewers on the line. Today we have an OFW on the line. His name is Mr. Austin Kureg. Mr. Kureg, let me ask you some questions. First of all, do you have a family member or relative that you left in the Philippines?
I have my mom and my dad that were left in the Philippines.
Alright, so how often do you see each other on a yearly basis?
Well, I don't go often to the Philippines, just once or twice a year, because I'm so busy and the back and forth trip is very expensive, to be honest.
Oh, alright. When and how much time do you spend with your family or relative once you come home, Mr. Kureg?
I plan my trips to the Philippines around summer, and if time allows, I can also spend my time in the Philippines on Christmas and on New Year, because I think those holidays are the most important for family gathering.
Alright, so we'll have a short break and let's watch some ads. So we're back from our break. I'll ask Mr. Kureg again some questions. So how does being away from your family affect the closeness and the bond of your family?
Well, when it was my first time being far away from my family, it was really hard to live here alone, with no people to be in company for you. But now, it isn't much of a problem for me now, because I already got used to it. And we often do video calls on Skype, so that alone just lessens my loneliness here, and makes my day a whole lot better.
Lastly, Mr. Kureg, do you wanna come back home with your family really soon in the Philippines?
Yes, of course. Who the hell doesn't want to be with their family? Even though I'm already used being out here alone, it's still a huge difference when you're talking to them personally, rather than just through Skype. I really want to permanently go back home to my family, if my work would just be done for already. Also, I'm looking forward to see them more often in this year, 2018.
Thank you for taking our time answering our question, Mr. Kureg. Also, have a good day and God bless to you and your family. I really hope you will have a reunion soon and you will come home to Philippines and permanently live here.
Thank you, George. And it was a pleasure for taking part in your interview.